Hi all. My name is Chaitanya Srivastav. Today the date is 5th December 2025, and the topic I would like to discuss today is regarding a very important topic, and I wished I knew about this before coming. Some of the points I did knew. I was aware of a few of these, and the others were discussed with a lot of friends and people who are senior to me, and through their collaboration and through their insights, I have made a list of the topics regarding what are the challenges and what are some topics that are appropriate for students and young adults who are wanting to visit or maybe live in the Western world. And as a student, if you are watching this, so this would be very beneficial for you. So I would just point out a few points, and if it happens to be completed in this video, I would try that. Otherwise, there would be another video on the similar topic, and yeah. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and you guys learn from this if it makes sense. So, firstly, I would like to say the respect for private boundaries. This is something that is quite important in Netherlands, in European countries, and in Western countries in general. So people here are very, private in that sense. So they don't like to maybe go out completely or be extra emotional over stuff. So they have their happiness they have, but their friend circle is quite limited. So that is something that culturally we are not quite having that kind of, because in India at least you have a lot of friend circle, and like, the people that you know and all these things, they are quite big as compared to people in here, which tend to have a lot of boundaries in that sense. So that is something. Secondly, I would like to say the aspect that there is no judgmental behavior. So people here, they don't have this mindset that we want you to be in a certain structure or something like that. So to each to its own. Whatever a person likes, he can he can wear, he can be like, he can talk like nobody cares about. Like people are mostly, specifically in student, and also in the corporate world as well, as this has been told to me by a lot of people. They said that it's like people don't actually care about from where you come from or what background you have. If you are bringing something to the table, if you have certain knowledge regarding the product, regarding the case, you are most welcome. So this is something that is very important, I believe, and this is something that is quite different. I have had experience, like of work experience in India over 3 years, but then this thing is something that is quite new. uh, Adding on to this, there's another topic that I would like to discuss is that the hierarchy in the system, in any kind of system, is very different. So I remember a few days back, I went to a professor, and I said to him, "Sir, like we have this thing in India. We call like male professor sir and female professor as ma'am. But here the person immediately said to me that don't call me sir. You can call me professor or prof or by the first name, but don't call me sir." And this is something I don't know if it was just for him, but I believe a lot of people I have seen here, they tell like they call each other by the first name basis, even though there is a hierarchy in their positions or something like that. So that is one thing that I feel that is different. Other than that, punctuality. So like on time, in time, and like late. So if you are before time, it won't be appreciated. So don't think that coming before time is something that is appreciated, and people just don't care. But if you are after time, you will get some gazes, like people would gaze at you, and you won't feel nice about it. So it's better, I would say, to be on time as much as possible at various occasions. So at 11 o'clock means 11 o'clock. because after maybe 10 minutes there would be some other meeting that would start in that room, or there would be some other thing that would start. So it's better to be on time, at least. After that, I would say, yeah, so don't expect any type of diplomacy in their behavior. So if people here are like somewhat direct in their opinion, so if a person does not like you, he'll say, I don't like your idea, I don't like. So don't take it personally, like he's attacking me or something. Like I have seen like a professor talking to a student, and the student, there was a good discussion that was happening, and after the complete discussion was over, the student directly said that okay, it's okay, but I don't think that you what you said is correct. I'll read more about it. So I'll read more about it is something that we also say after an argument or something like that in India as well. But at least we are like somewhat a people pleaser kind of a behavior. So we say, okay, what you said is right. Maybe it could be, maybe I don't know, or something like that. But here it's not like that. Here, if somebody thinks at whatever stature or whatever level he is, if he thinks that what he's saying is correct, so he'll be adamant about it. He'll be assertive about it. So don't take that personally. That is one thing that I would like to say. Other than that, again, as I mentioned earlier, the personal space, it's something that is very respected, and it should be respected by the people as well. So I remember a few days back, I have this habit of taking vlogs to interesting places that I go to. So there was a person who was cycling, and like while I was shooting, so he just went by the camera. So he stopped, he came back, and he said that if like very politely, he said that and again straightforward, that if it is possible, please delete the video. I do not want to be on camera. So okay, I respected. I deleted that video. But this is something that you can see, that the personal space is something that like people here are very particular about, and they do not want to breach it, and neither they would breach it for you also. So you have to stay in a certain limit, and that is good also in certain sense. Most important thing, and specifically for the female viewers, I've heard about a lot of cases in Delhi, and I have seen also in Delhi Metro. I used to be a like a regular traveler in Delhi Metro, and I used to see how uncomfortable that was for a few female, in fact not a few, but a lot of female travelers after a certain period of time. So if it's maybe very late, or they have to go to some shady place or something like that, station that is not that shady, in the sense that not a lot of people after a particular time go to that place. So here it's actually very easy for you to travel. So in public transport, even in buses, even in trains, trams, anywhere, or even on bicycle also. So that is one thing, you don't have to be worried about what time it is. You can just be out enjoying, maybe doing something, working in some necessity. You can do whatever you want. Nobody is here asking you where you are, what you are doing, or something like that. And you just can be whatever you want. Yeah, safety is important. So yes, there is police stations and all those things at various places. However, I haven't seen any. The two things I haven't seen. Firstly, I haven't seen any police van or something like that, like you normally see in places in India. So that I don't see very often. And the second thing I didn't see is honking. So that is also very important. You don't see honking quite much as you see in India. So if you remember, and if you have seen Delhi, Gurgaon, it's completely filled, it's completely honking and all those things. But here, like the most busiest places, still there won't be any honking. Still there won't be any jams or something like that. So that's something I found quite different. Other than that, yeah, I mentioned this. Yes, mental health. Again, this is something very important. I actually have a very good example of this. A few days back, there was a homework given to us in a particular subject, and the person said, "Sorry, sir, I could not. Sorry, professor, I could not. I will not be able to do this because I have some issues regarding my mental health." And the professor so genuinely understood that, and he said that you are you can do it after some time, like you can submit it after a few. So at least people at the top level as well, they do appreciate the value of mental health. It's not just like a facade or something like that, that just um, the people who are employees who would be doing that, the employers also do understand that. So that's a good thing. Like people here are quite open about the subject of mental health, and this is quite good. So to link with that, work life balance is something that is also quite evidently seen here. So if you come here and you want to eat something, maybe at a Pizza Hut or Domino's in during around maybe 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night, you won't find that. So there's a particular time. After that, there they are like for every restaurant there is different, but I believe it's 9 o'clock or something like that, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. It closes, so you can't go to a restaurant assuming that I would find something like that. So it closes completely. There are restaurants obviously which are 24/7 or maybe go late at night as well, but mostly they don't. The supermarkets, they don't. In Sunday also they close a bit early. So that is something that you need to keep in mind. The people here at various levels working at various places, they have the guidelines that they have to work for these many hours, and which is quite limited as compared to what we have seen in India. So that is something that you need to keep in mind as well. And yeah, work life balance I mentioned. Yeah, so a few people also mentioned about who are my friends in back home. They also asked me about what is the case for racism and this thing. Personally, I haven't felt anything like that as of now. So this could be very personal experience. This could be very specific to the place that I am living. Many reasons, but I haven't had any bad experience with any person. So I firstly I don't treat them as somebody very different. So like if we are studying, so he's my classmate, so I'll treat him like that. So I won't. There are people I have seen who try to blend in too much in the culture, and that's why they try a lot. I don't personally. So I just be like eat whatever I have eaten throughout my life. I'll talk the way I don't try to fake some accent or something like that. So there are people, I would say, who have had experiences and not good ones, but personally I haven't. So I would say, uh, be as much reserved, be as much don't get too much loose in the sense that don't joke around on topics that you regret afterwards. So don't do that. Be sensible. If you talk sensibly, people are very good everywhere, and don't get involved with people whom you don't know. So maybe if you are having some light conversation, do it with people that you know are chilled about that. So that is something that I would say. Most importantly, dating culture here. Dating culture here is a bit different. I have no experience in India or here as well, sadly. But if I talk about like the people whom I have seen, it's quite easy here. Easy in the sense, firstly, there's no like in India, it's somewhat conservative environment. So it's dating still is considered to be not that good of an act. However, here it's like your life, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to be. So yeah, I have seen people here. The public display of affection is something that is very evidently seen, specifically during the railway journeys or in the public places. You can see these activities. So yeah, initially it was a bit overwhelming for me. I was not used to such things back home, but yeah, you need to get used to these things. You need to respect, as I mentioned earlier, boundaries of people. You need to respect the fact that everybody has a life, everybody has a journey, and you just need to focus on yourself, and that is very important. Other than that, I would say, yeah, regarding the climatic conditions, you need to be extremely well prepared, not just physically but mentally also. So I'll give a few tips. Firstly, bring as much of the warm clothes as possible, and even if you don't, you can buy some here as well, but get some warm clothes, like that is for sure. Here the wind speed, the cold climate, rain, these are very unpredictable, so it can happen anywhere to anyone. So don't think that I won't get sick or I won't fall sick. You don't know, you never know, and you most probably would. So just be aware of that. Secondly, uh, if you are in India and you are planning to come and there is, sorry, still some time, please, please, if you can, start, you know, making something on your own, like in terms of food, and don't use some typical things like maybe some vegetable that is very specific to a particular place or specific to a particular region. You will find Indian vegetables and Indian, like the things that we do eat, but firstly, they would be very costly, so you cannot afford to eat them daily. So yes, maybe in 1 week or maybe 15 days, depending upon what it is, you can do that, but you need to have some innovative ideas about what to eat and how to eat. And firstly that, secondly, the fact that it's easy to make and it takes lesser time, because you don't know, like for example, my class starts at 8:45, and usually I get up at 7:15, something like that. So if that is an like if it takes a lot of time for me to make the food, it won't be a very judicious thing. So it's better to, you know, make some poha or something like that, that is very easy to make, maybe omelette or something, that I can eat it quickly and I can go to class. So that is something that you should invest your time on. So develop some cooking abilities. uh, Also, being an individualistic society, you won't find a lot of friends or something like that if you are hoping in any way. So don't think that I will find a lot of people who can, you know, help me, or I would be able to talk to somebody on a daily basis as we used to do back home. So you won't find that. So get some hobbies also. So be useful in that sense, like if you want to maybe read something, try to read that. Get like maybe habit of reading or something, maybe watching a film, whatever you like, maybe singing, dancing. So there are centers, like hobby centers everywhere, so you can join one of those as well. However, I would say that is very important. And lastly, the video is quite getting quite long, but I would say it's an important topic, so let's discuss that as well. It's about money, financial situation. Now, money as a topic is quite tricky. If you save a lot, I have tried that. I have tried spending just 10% of what usually people spend here, and tried to get the whole month in that. It is possible, you can do that, but it's not advisable. In the sense, you'll be you'll get depressed, you'll get bored very easily of the stuff that you are eating, and here you won't find any particular kind of a specific dish that you are eating. So currently I'm eating tuna, which you get on in can, and tortilla. So this is a very easy to make thing. You just fry a bit of tuna, add some masala spices to it, and just eat it with tortilla. So these are the things that you can really enjoy. So I would say try these things, and spending on money over the quality things. So there's value for money and there's value of money. So you need to understand both of these. So value of money, you need to understand the sense that uh, is like what I'm spending, is it worth? And value for money is that, is the quantity that, like for example, if I'm getting a samosa, which is usually two samosa for 5 euros, which is 500 rupees, nearly 500 rupees of India, which is a lot. So is it worth it? Or you could wait. There are various events Indian association organizes at various places. You can go there, maybe register there. That maybe they have what, 10 euros of registration fee, and you can have unlimited samosa, you can have unlimited jalebi, gulab jamun, and whatever you want. So you have to think that like that. If it's not very urgent, I would ask you to restrain spending on such things, if you could. So these are a few things I believe that was coming to my mind. I just jotted it down and quickly made a video over it. There might be a lot of other things as well, and with time it would come, so I would make another video. But for the people who are planning to come in 2026 and in the coming years as well, I hope this video is relevant for you and you get to know about these things. And not just for India, a lot of countries, like people do have this thing about coming to the Western world, so it's better to be prepared in certain sense, not just physically or like economically, but also emotionally, mentally, and in other ways as well. So that is something I would say, and I hope the best of luck for you guys. And if anything, you can directly ask me on comment as well. If I don't know, I would definitely ask people who are much more senior to me and have much more experience in these fields as well. So they will also, they can also help you guys. So okay, bye bye, thank you so much.